We're here. We're hanging out.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Hello.
Or afternoon. Yeah, we're in the afternoon some places, at night, evening, whatever.
For me, it's forever morning. Hello. I'm so excited to hang out and do this tag. I have a bucket of shit next to me. No, not shit. Decks. I have a bucket of decks next to me.
Mine are all laid out in front of me. It's chaos on this desk right now. Like pure chaos.
I love it so much. Something just dinged in my ear. What was that?
You okay? Yeah. Go bring that nugget for me, please.
Hello. Oh my goodness. 1 did you say 1:01 in the afternoon here, Faye? Oh my goodness. Aloha, Jonathan. Hello, Chris. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
So excited to be here. I know. This tag when was this from? When did it come out? Do you
know? Was it like a couple of weeks ago? Hold on, I can tell you.
It has to be longer than that.
Oh, no, I lie. It was in August. I mean, that was a couple weeks ago. That's what it feels like.
Legitimately, that's how it is. I saw this one go by, and I think it was right. I think I had just done, not long before that, the coffee one. There was a coffee one.
Yes.
And then I could not make my brain do the bartender one when it first came out. So I'm so stoked to do it now because, like, I have fresh decks in here. Well, some, I like doing older tags.
Mine too. I'm like, I have some that people can be like, I don't want to see that deck again. And then, and then like some different ones.
Yup. Hell yeah.
Oh my
gosh. This was created by, I've got it up somewhere, Sapling Tarot. So we have a link to the original video down below, as well as the list of all the prompts we're going to be going through. I'm probably not going to do the banner thingies on the bottom because I don't want to. So I'm not going to do that. We'll talk through all the decks.
We don't need all that.
No, after the stream is over, though, we do have our list of decks this time. We got our crap together, so we will have that for you in the description box. If you watch this back later, it'll all be down there for you. So check that stuff out down below, as well as links to Miss Dani's channel, Dani Mystic. If you are not subscribed, get your ass over there and subscribe. We'll wait.
We will wait.
Yeah. But thank you for hanging out with us. We're excited to do this one. I know. I can't believe it's almost the end of the year. What the hell? This year has been wild.
Man, I'm ready for it to be done. I'm just ready.
I'd like a fresh start, please.
Please.
Also, I apologize in advance. I'm just a touch under the weather, so I will try not to be annoying about clearing my throat, but it's going to happen. And or sniffing. I'm sorry. I'll try to keep it under wraps, but
listen, it's that time of year. Everyone around me has been sniffling and I don't feel good. We had dinner plans that got canceled because everybody was sick. All the kids are coughing and hacking, and I'm like, this why I don't mind being at my house, in my shop, by my damn self. Everyone is gross. Do not come near me.
Don't touch. Stay away. It's perfect timing because this is the time of year when I normally do start to hermit mode, full on. And I'm so ready this year for some hermit mode. I feel like it's been a full on, it has been a full on year. So I'm ready for some settled, quiet, tea sipping, book reading time. That's what I need right now.
Same.
Yes. Oh yes. The Unicorn Journey Oracle next year. Yep.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. The art. Francesca's, we're through now. We're on the last few cards of the Earth suit, which means it's just the last of the Earth suit and then the Spirit suit. And then the art is done. Then I have to do all my work, the layout and guidebook and all that stuff. But it's really exciting to see it at this point. It's oh, yes.
Can't wait.
I know. But I'm not promising any timelines because your girl needs to breathe for a minute.
No timelines.
Sometime next year. Sometime.
Just exciting. Just no timelines.
Yeah, 100%. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you want to jump in?
Let's do it.
Okay. So our first prompt is an old-fashioned. And can somebody, by the way, in chat, or if you know Dani, can someone just tell me what all these drinks are? Because I think I know.
I know what an old-fashioned is. Jacob loves old-fashions.
Okay, what's an old-fashioned?
So we have good bourbon.
Yeah.
With a little simple sugar, some He usually does some of those really dark, deep cherries that's in that thick syrup.
Yeah.
There's like a bitters that you put in it. He puts a little bit of water, and there's something else. Okay, the bitters, an orange peel. Like it's a bourbon. It's a whiskey with and the orange.
I can't stand anything whiskey related or tangential.
That's what it is.
But it sounds like it's got lots of good stuff in it. So yeah, so that's what an old fashioned is. And the prompt is your favorite classic tarot deck or your favorite riff on a classic. Do you want to jump in?
Yeah, I'll go first. Yeah. So mine, I picked a Dani classic.
Absolutely.
It's still a classic, I think. But it is the Dani classic, and that's Pagan Otherworlds.
Yes, that's a classic.
Because it's, I don't know, it's like, for whatever reason, this feels like my baseline, you know?
Yeah. Oh,
because so it's like kind of pippish, but like we have some nods to the RWS in here. Yeah. We have this like really classical art. It's got those muted tones. It's like such a chill deck. And it feels so classic to me. Like, I don't know. I love Pagan Otherworlds. And like this to me is like my old fashioned, my classic.
Not me looking at this right now and being like, do I miss this deck?
It's gonna be a long video for you. Not Lisa already having tabs open.
No. I do have one already.
Already having tabs open.
I have pre-parked a tab.
It's so good. I can't believe you got rid. Look at this tower. It's like the best tower. She's like falling and looking back. Like, come on.
Do I miss it? Like, legitimately? I might.
Look at these pages. Like, I'm telling you. And there's something about the earthiness of it, like all the like sticks and all this stuff. And you see, since I can't have the deck that shall not be named Carnival, since I can't have that one.
Yeah.
This is that for me because it like has some of those vibes in it too. Like, I don't know. I love it.
It's funny because every other time this has come up in one of our tags, I'm like, I'm good. I let it go for a reason. I'm good. And this time I'm like,
it's so beautiful.
I think my fear is that I will regret once it's out of print. That's my fear.
And honestly, like, now granted, I don't know how the new versions are. I'm assuming they're the same everything, but like nothing beats that card stock.
They're on the 7th edition.
The feel.
I know.
I have the 1st edition.
I know. It's like expert print company. That's like the only thing that printing company does is that specific style. That's why it's so identifiable, right? It's like, oh, so good. Okay. I've tabbed it. We'll revisit later. Okay. Mine is the Robin Wood. If I'm gonna pick a classic.
Okay. I tried this. I tried it. It was a no for me.
Was it? My problem is that it takes me back to a time in my life when this was just on everybody's reading table. And what I love about this is that it's so well thought out. It's a Rider-Waite-Smith based deck, but it takes a different approach. And there's a big separate book you can get by Robin Wood, who I absolutely like. Her writing is really, really good. But like even the quartz, like every single little detail is described and defined and intentional. And so it's a really great deck to like deep dive into. Right. And it gives me just a little bit more than like the classic RWS.
I could see that.
But I do love it. I think it's really beautiful. Like I love all the butterflies on her cloak and
it's really pretty. I love the whole concept, the idea of it. It looks really, really great. And it does have that like old school feel to it, but it's like between the Morgan Greer and like Druidcraft, Wildwood, like I feel like I have everything I need with those.
Yeah.
Like when I tried that one and the Hanson
Roberts.
Hanson Roberts, I tried that one too, and they were just like,
they
just weren't for me.
It's not the kind of thing that I reach for a lot to read with, but it's like it's just something that I don't see myself ever letting go of because
But you're right though, it is like a real classic.
It's so good. If you are somebody
feel.
who, yeah, if you've struggled with the court cards, I mean, they all have something like our little Page of Pentacles has a tiny little book hanging from her belt. The Page of Swords has like a little telescope.
Oh
The Page
wow.
of Cups has like a little art palette. Oh yeah, here it is. Little art palette. It's
I
so good. So
love that.
if you wanted to get to know the courts, I feel like this is such a good one for that. The courts are really well done. And I've never gotten over this Devil card. It's still probably one of my favorites of all time.
Whoa.
It's so good. It's so funny because I'm thinking about this and I'm working on a project and I'm realizing as I look at this that there's things from this deck that have stuck with me in such an embedded way that like I find myself reaching for some of those themes in my new project and I'm like, oh, interesting. Like not the same thing, but like similar
No, but
ideas.
that devil card is rather interesting.
Right?
Though.
Because you know. Yeah. You know.
Yeah. And the funniest part is like we thought about that together. So seeing it like that and like it's like, wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
What are you telling me not to do, Tammy Pie? Don't do
Uh-oh.
the don't
Don't do
what?
it. Probably don't do the
Taking other worlds.
Taking other worlds.
Because I might not use it once I get it back in. But like I'm okay with having a couple just to collect too. So there's that. But still, yeah, I don't know. All right. The next drink is a gin and tonic. Now, I have had this drink. I do like this drink. It's like light and fresh tasting. Have you had one?
I've had gin, and me and gin don't get along too well.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. Like so yeah, gin and tonic is not one for me, but yeah, I do know the drink.
I've never made one, so if somebody in the chat wants to tell us how you make a gin and tonic, let us know. But I think it's literally what it sounds like. But I thought there was lime or something in it. I feel like I remember it having like citrus added.
There usually is. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
so for this one.
Yeah, because the prompt is a no frills, straightforward, to the point deck. What'd you pick?
Plain and simple.
Oh yeah, there you go. Centennial, right? Centennial borderless.
Centennial must have. Centennial, borderless.
Yeah.
Pretty back. Yes. Everything about this deck. Like I know that's like boring, but I mean it is. It's like just straightforward. Lime wedge. There you go.
That's what it is. Yeah, I thought
that's
that was
what
lime.
it is. See, that's like the old fashioned has the orange. Like Jacob puts the orange peel.
That's right. Oh my
god.
God.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't even know what else to say about this aside from it's my favorite RWS.
Straightforward to the point.
It's straight. I mean, it is. It's straightforward and to the point. There's no frills about it. Ooh, I'm like hitting all my microphone. Sorry, y'all.
I kind of like the thumpy thump sound when you put stuff near. Like I don't know. Am I weird? I like that.
It doesn't bother me too much, but like just in case it does bother someone. But I like those noises. I like those sounds. I'm an ASMR girl.
Yes, right. Okay, my no frills straightforward deck is my sissy deck. Like
I mean, yeah.
Like there's nothing more straightforward to me. Which like I swear I didn't pick this for this reason, but y'all, there are like 40 minutes left to go. Hold on, 30 minutes left to go.
30 minutes left to go.
Thank God, this is distracting me because the last few minutes are always like, oh, it's fine, everything's good. But I mean, Peggy's got this voice for me that straightforward, what you see is what you get kind of thing. And so reaching for this, having her voice for me is like perfect. I get that blunt message that I need. There's no digging deeper. It's right there on the surface. Like I don't need to analyze or overanalyze. I can just take it as it comes.
I think that's my favorite part of this deck.
Yeah.
Is that I don't overthink anything. Like, and that's one thing, like sometimes when I'm in a reading and I'm looking at all these cards, it's just like, sometimes it's like, it has a tendency to pull you in and want to go a little deeper and look for something else. And it's like, no, boom, this is it.
Yeah.
This is everything. Jacob and I, when we went on our little trip, I brought the Sassy Dragons and we would pull some every day and we would just like crack up laughing. Like it was just so perfect. It was so fun.
That. I can't wait to have the final version in my hands.
Oh my God.
Because this one has that, like, the prototype has that digital print smell that I don't love. I don't know if you've ever had that. the final version is going to be offset print, so it won't have that. But yeah, oh my gosh, I love it so much. Okay, so yeah, anyways,
So good.
Obsessed. Also, since y'all are in here, I can tell you all, I've already placed our production order. So I think they're going to
ship on down the line.
Like, I'm not going to make any promises because I said April, but I'm just saying, if you backed it, there's a very good chance we're going to have the decks shipping out to my fulfillment center from China by middle of January. So much earlier. But yeah, but then it could sit for like however long on a ship before it gets,
right.
But still.
And then you always got to make sure, like with Chinese New Year, if it misses by a day, everything is shut down. So
everything was shut down for like a month. Yeah. So there could, right now they're saying they should be able to get it out before the New Year holiday because it's early this year. I was like planning everything so that it would happen before. And it's like, it's not early, but it's earlier than I was expecting it to be. I was like, oh, it's like Chinese New Year's always, or like Lunar New Year's always like mid-February. It's fine. No, it starts like January 15th this year. So I was like writing to my partner, I'm like, can we get these done before then? Maybe? And she's like, yeah, it should be fine. I'm like, oh. So I'm hoping, crossing all the fingers. But yes, delays can still happen. Yes. Just a thing. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna shut up about it now. I'm so sorry. It's just on my brain. Okay.
Down.
Our next prompt is a Spritz, a deck to brighten your day.
I don't know what I mean, anything can be a Spritz, right?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, what's a Spritz? Is it just
whatever you want in it, right?
Is it literally like, okay, this is gonna sound like such a blonde girl question, but like, is it like alcohol with literally like a spray of like a flavor, like a lemon or something on top? Like, what is a Spritz?
My head, a Spritz would be something bubbly.
Oh, maybe it is
like bubbly. Something with a bubble, like a tonic or sparkling water, or because if I think of a spritzer, I usually think of something that has some kind of bubble to it, right?
Yeah.
My dumb is showing. I like vodka.
Did you just say your dumb is showing?
Okay, like a club soda in one. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I'm right. It's like you add that soda, that like spritz to it, right? Yeah.
Okay. So it's like refreshing, lifts the mood.
Yeah, it's refreshing. And when I thought of that, I was like, there's nothing better than the Hilda for that for me.
Oh,
because
perfect.
She is like a little like spritz of something bubbly in the ocean.
Yeah.
Or Prosecco. Okay, yeah. So like a soda water. For sure. And I mean, when I think of a spritz of anything, something bubbly and light and refreshing, Hilda is...
Hilda's very bubbly and refreshing, for sure. And this is this the one by Celestial Esther?
This is the burlap edition. This is by, yes, Celestia Esther.
Right? Okay, so this one is on Make Playing Cards now, but it was out of print for a while. So now you can get it. It's on Make Playing Cards.
So it's on, okay, yeah, this is the burlap edition, but I mean, y'all.
But yeah, so I'm sure it won't be the exact same, but it'll
probably,
be
maybe different backs, probably.
Maybe,
or something.
Yeah.
But
I think when I had it, it was a gingham back. Yeah. Oh my God, she's so adorable.
And I love the bright white backgrounds. Nothing is cluttered.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Like, what better?
So yeah.
Than Hilda.
I feel like this category is like decks that make you smile. Like things that like
it's just like, that's why I was like, oh, it's like a spritz, like something bubbly and nice. And yeah, she felt like that for me.
Perfect. That's perfect. All right. I picked the Tarot of Curious Creatures because this is like, whenever I think of like good mood decks or decks that just like, that brighten, that make me smile or make me laugh, it's always like, this is the first one I always think of. If you haven't seen it, this is Mass Market. It's fabulous. It's so fun. It's so unexpected. It's so ridiculous. Like, it's just, how can you not? Just like, I mean, and it's so dumb. Like the bodies don't match the animals, even in their aesthetic. Like, it's so odd, but I freaking love it. It makes me so happy. I'm sorry I'm not using my good camera today, y'all. I just could not this morning. I was like, I don't want to.
Listen, it's an I don't want to kind of day. We call that the donuts. And that's what it is, and that is fine.
I love her though. Like, some of them are just, but they have so much personality. And whenever I put this on the table, I literally feel like I'm having a conversation with these like crazy characters. And I wouldn't have thought a deck like this would pull me into its world, but it does. What'd you think of?
Can I tell you something? Like this is so tangenty and like so off the freaking rocker point.
Who cares?
But saying that and seeing that made me think of The Land of Oz, to which I just finished listening to this book. Like I listened to it in a freaking day. Like I couldn't.
Is it a
stop.
retelling?
I think it's called After Oz. I think. But basically, it's about how Dorothy goes. She's this 11-year-old girl, so she gets swept up by this tornado. They don't know where to find her. 4 days later, she shows back up in someone's pumpkin field. Comes back, starts talking all this mad noise about
all
this
the things.
pagan land, and this is a real Christian town, and talking about witches and how she killed a witch, but then there's a lady in town who nobody cares for who had her face melted off.
Oh,
it was so good. Like it had me. Like, was it spectacular writing? Was it a well thought out blah blah blah? No, but it was so fun. It was fun. It was fast paced. You were like, what's going on here? We had some twisty, turny little town kind of mysteries going on. I really enjoyed it. It was good. It's like by Gordon something. So maybe like After Oz.
After Oz by Gordon McAlpine.
Yes.
After Oz, a novel by Gordon McAlpine.
I stumbled upon it and like through my library app, like Cloud Library or whatever. And I grabbed it and I started listening to it and did not stop. I literally had my headphones on and listened to it the whole time.
Straight.
Like, straight.
I just put the Goodreads link up so y'all can look it up if you're interested.
It was good.
Okay.
So
that's awesome.
Wild tangent.
I'm here for all the tangents. Okay, our next prompt is Dirty Martini, a strong and salty deck. Okay, and a Dirty Martini is the martini with olive juice.
Olive juice and vermouth.
And olives. Oh, yeah, and vermouth. So it's vodka, vermouth, and olive juice is what makes it dirty.
Dirty.
Normally you just have the vermouth and the vodka, and then you pour it in, and then you just put the olives in. But dirty, they actually add the olive juice, right? I knew that. I'm so proud of myself, even though the only martini. No. I guess I drink a Cosmopolitan, but I've never.
I love a Cosmo. I love a Cosmo, which is like cranberry juice and vodka with like a little bit of orange sometimes.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of a dirty margarita?
No.
They're so good. So mix the two. So margarita with
olive
juice and olives in it. Sounds gross. Really good.
That sounds disgusting. Now keep in mind, I hate olives.
Oh. Okay, well, never mind. You would hate it, but it's really good.
I don't know why you would mix olives and martini. I mean, and
we saw it on the TikToks and we tried, and it was
that TikTok is gonna kill you one of these days.
You're gonna mix something wild.
She's gonna be like in the ER being like, I tried, it was on TikTok though, Lisa.
It was on TikTok. We saw it. No, like, listen, we will try some shit, but like, we also like the pickle juice. Like, we like our Bloody Marys, pickle juice vodka and stuff. So like, it was not very far fetched for us.
Okay, so if you come to Canada, I need to give you we'll talk about Caesars when we get there, but like, we need to give you a Caesar. Caesar is so much better than a Bloody Mary. It's the Canadian version, but yeah.
Oh, I'm so down.
Love that drink. Okay. Wait, we didn't do our picks. What was the I got distracted. Okay, sorry. Dirty Martini, a strong and salty deck. Okay, yeah. What's your pick?
Strong and salty. Triumphi della Luna.
Triumphi della Luna.
Oh yeah. Yes. Illustrated version because it's extra salty.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, it's one of those things where like when I thought about that and I thought about like versus like not so much a dirty martini, but something that you would take and then like shove a lime in your mouth, or like, you know, like something that you would need like a chaser for. And I just feel like it's that kind of deck, you know?
Yeah. It's gonna punch you in the face a little bit.
Yeah. It's gonna be a little salty. It's not really gonna sugarcoat anything. It feels like it's gonna put you in
oh no.
What?
Oh, I don't know if I got a strong and salty deck. Hold on. carry on. I'm just going to double check my list.
Well, then I'll just talk about this if you need to go run and find it. But yeah, like, I don't know. I just feel like it doesn't shy away and it can be rather funny. And that's what I mean. Like, you have a chaser, you have that like strong, but then like salty. So it has a chaser to it. And I'm like, yeah. Oh my God. Someone says Bloody Marys are sad Caesars. I don't know. We got some good ass Bloody Marys down here in South Louisiana. You understand what I'm saying? Because you put your Cajun seasoning in there. Child, some of them got ball crawfish in it. They got shrimp, some pickled okra, some pickled green beans. I don't know. Caesar better be good as hell.
There's no reason you shouldn't have tried a Caesar after all the shit you just said you put in your Bloody Mary. I'm just saying.
We've had one with like the bacon. They have some that have sliders on top. Like, listen, we mess around with some Bloody Marys down here.
Me and our eldest
you will get
John,
heartburn. Huh?
I said, me and our eldest John, we do Caesars on Christmas Eve. We didn't do it. I don't think we did it last year. We'll probably do it again this year. But yeah, and we've done the bacon and the pickle.
I need a full report if y'all do them this year. I need a full report.
Oh, yeah.
I need to see y'all final.
Yeah,
we get pretty toasted for Christmas, honestly.
Yeah.
Right? Awesome. But I mean, what? I mean, yeah. That's
it's
like the whole
snack and a cocktail. Like, that's the thing. If I'm peckish and I go out, I'm like, that's what I want for my drink. It's like an
Bloody Mary, because then you can chew. Yeah. You know what I
mean? Yes.
But that's what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, sweet, salty, savory, all the things. I know we're not talking about Bloody Marys yet, but
I know. This was the dirty martini deck.
Dirty martini. Yes. So yeah, this is the one that's like strong and salty. So you got some good stuff, and it'll make you laugh a little bit. You got a little chaser behind that.
Yeah. When I thought strong and salty, I thought the Brady Tarot. So this is actually funding on Kickstarter right now for the newest edition.
It is. I was about to say they're doing another edition right now.
Yeah, I love this edition. So I had the first edition, I rehomed it and purchased the second edition, which I like better. The book's the same size. The cards are a little bit bigger and have the black borders. I don't know what the differences are for the third edition, but this is definitely a deck that is straight up, like, very, it has a strong personality. It doesn't shy away from the tougher parts of the tarot.
Like, it seems very bold.
It's very bold. Yeah, it's very bold. I love this deck. I have nothing else like it. It's never had any competition in my collection, despite it being an animal deck, and I do have other animal decks. This one just has its very own feel. And yeah, I'm really excited for the Oracle that I know that Emmy Brady has been working on.
Really?
And I think the third edition of the Brady is partly to put this out in the world, obviously, but also to help get her in a place where she can put out the Oracle. So I'm really excited about it.
I've never had that one in my hands. It has tempted me quite a bit, but like, I don't know.
It's like, to me, I've always called this my National Geographic deck.
That's what it reminds me of a bit.
It's the rawest form of nature. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't feel gentle, but it feels real.
So I love the art style, because isn't it like
lino
cut and everything? Like,
yeah, it's incredible. Like, the detail for that being lino cut, it's just incredible what she's done. It's incredible. It's amazing.
I like the darkness of it. Somebody just said, like, I prefer the white borders. I don't know. I love the darkness of this.
I like the darkness. Yeah.
I don't know if I would like white borders on this.
I had the white borders, and I definitely far prefer this. It is a beautiful deck. And of course, the guidebook is written by Rachel Pollack, and it's very, one of the things I love about the guidebook is they do tell you, like, it gets into why this animal is representing the card. Like, it doesn't just leave you to, like, figure shit out on your own, if that makes sense. Sometimes
I really love that, but like and I always go back to this, and you will always hear me say this. I know I have animal decks, but like, animal decks are the hardest for me to really, especially ones like that, like the ones that are anthropomorphic, different, but like animal decks are ones that have animals as your court cards and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I kind of want that people-y
It's hard. I will say I
It's
don't reach for
hard,
my animal
especially with,
deck
like, core
that
cards, and I
often.
know, like, "Oh, what's all the vibe?" I know, but I don't know the animals like that, y'all. I just
I think
really love them and wanna hold them and pet them.
I think that's why the Brady Tarot works so because they've got the keywords to give you that jumping off point.
True.
So you have that,
Yeah.
but I agree. This is how it is. I think with animal decks, you really have to bond with and spend
You
time with
do.
the deck and really intimately get to know it for it to function the same way.
I think you
I think
really
that's
have
the
to
thing.
know those animals. Like, in the ones
Yeah.
that you're struggling with, I think you really need to get to know those animals. And there are some that, like, I'll pull and, like, they have one that has, like, what is it? The stout or whatever, like, the little,
Yeah.
looks like a little ferret. I'm like, I know that energy. I know that, like, it's familiar to
Yeah.
me. You know, if I can hold on to those kind of things and really have my own relationship with those animals, I think it's different. So I
Yeah.
feel like the people who create decks like this, they must have a really strong bond
Yeah.
or have looked up and researched to hold that space for that animal, you know?
Yeah. So Vintage Moon wants to know if you like the El Goliath Tarot.
Never had the El Goliath.
Yeah. I had it. I did eventually let it go. I did work with it for a bit. It was quite powerful, but I
Isn't
did
it
eventually
like
let it go.
very black and white?
Yeah. And it's very like, again, punch you in the face. And I'm like, I had it and the Brady actually ended up occupying too similar of a space for me. And I'm more comfortable and have spent more time with the Brady. And it ends up being more functional in my collection because of the keywords. The Brady and the only other animal deck that I hold really close outside of decks like the Three Trees Tarot ones, which are more RWS in their scenes,
I love
outside of
that.
those, this one and the Pacific Northwest Tarot. And the Pacific Northwest works well because the guidebook is narrative in style. Like it pulls you into the card and gives you a little sort of like a story, if that makes sense. It's hard to describe,
Right.
but it's written in a narrative style that works really well for me. But without the guidebook, I'm even lost on the Pacific Northwest.
See,
So
somebody said like it's really intense. Like a lot of them said the El Goliath is really good, intense, and I have heard that.
yeah,
So I haven't really. I don't know. I haven't looked into it enough. It didn't intrigue me enough. Again, heavy
yeah,
animal stuff. I like the
yeah.
idea of the Brady. The one that I really love, honestly, that I I even looked at it because I was like, do I still want this deck? Was the Northern Animal Tarot, and like
Oh, that one's good, yeah.
it's so like it's just easy because it like I recognize the animals number one, but like they're anthropomorphic.
Yeah,
You know what I
again,
mean? Like
it's different.
it's
I love
different.
her
And there's a possum for the
magical
world
creatures.
and like hello.
Oh, do you have magical creatures? Her newest one?
No.
Oh, it's so good. It's
Every
it's
I saw it.
it's amazing because she did something similar to what I did in UJT, right? Where like you have like unicorns for the swords, you have gnomes for the pentacles, if I remember correctly.
Mhm.
Um, mermaidy. She did the same thing where she like kind of picked like the suits are like a
The
group of
suits are like a
creatures,
group
and
of
then the majors. Oh, but it's slightly anthropomorphized, just like the northern animal, but it leans more like mythical creatures. It might be called mythical creatures.
oh,
No,
it's
fantastic.
one of the two. I've seen bits and pieces of it. I'm gonna have to go look.
Yeah, it's
I've
really
only
lovely.
glanced. I
I
need
love
to
that
look.
one. Yeah, it's so lovely. Okay, our next prompt is
30
ooh,
minutes in,
pina
we've gotten to 3.
Pina Colada, a deck for a summer holiday.
If you like pina colada, we're gonna get
Coladas.
dinged. Okay.
Are we actually? Oh yeah. Oh, the one that
Boom.
I tabbed ahead of time.
Lisa tabbed it. The Art of Adventure Tarot. It's actually on sale right now, you
It's
guys.
on
Just
sale.
saying.
It's on sale.
Okay.
It's literally tabbed because it's like $35 Canadian, which is I don't know, $12 US or something. Our
Oh,
exchange
I
rate's so
love
bad.
the Trash Panda Tarot, Jonathan.
Mm,
OMG, I got it.
yeah.
She beautiful. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
Art of Adventure Tarot. For sure, Pina Colada. Because
Are
like
the
it
edges
looks like
colored?
you're going on a camping trip, man, and it's weird. Maybe on shrooms.
Are
Maybe a
the edges
camping trip on shrooms.
are the edges colored? Are the edges blue?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All
Look
right.
at that. And they're
Did you
like
just say maybe on
perfect.
shrooms?
Yes, this is like camping on shrooms, okay? Because it gets wild,
It's a little
okay?
wild, yeah. But it's so colorful.
It is, and it's like noodly, like it's like the noodle
Noodle people?
people,
Yeah.
and so it kind of has this like Futurama, Bob's Burgers vibe to it. But it's fun. It's bright. It reminds me of the summer. I mean, look at this. I mean, these are summer
That's
vibes all
perfect.
over the place. Just all
Yeah,
over
this
the
totally feels like a pina colada.
right? Like suits, we got cargo pants. Listen, we're hiking. I'm here for it. It's just like, look, we got like 3 legs, real stability for the pentacles, which I thought was really cute.
That's amazing.
Like it's fun, it's bright, it's very summery. And honestly, I've had so much fun with this deck. And so, yeah.
That is a fun one.
Oh, like Doug. Lindsay said Doug. Yes. I used to love Doug. Oh, that was such a good cartoon.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not as tempted by it as I thought, so I'm gonna untab and save myself the monies. But it is on sale, and it is really, really bright. I was like, it's so colorful. Why don't I have it? I think the noodles are too new.
Really weird.
It is really weird. Yeah. That was the Art of Adventure Tarot. And yeah, don't forget, you guys, if you come back later, we'll have all the links down below for you.
Yeah, it'll be down below. We don't want anybody to cheat.
No spoilers.
No spoilers.
My Pina Colada deck is the Healing Waves.
That's a good one.
It's funny, I don't actually use this a ton. This one's out of print, I'm afraid. But there are counterfeits out there. Don't buy the counterfeits, please. But it's fun. I will say, I think that it doesn't end up getting used nearly as much as I thought I would, but I do enjoy having just a very summery, summer vacation kind of deck with all the sea life. And a lot of the oceany decks I've seen so far have been really dark and like kind of intense looking. And I like this like lighter, brighter, more fun. Like it's like fluffy mermaid deck.
Yeah. And you see, like for me, when it comes to watery decks, like I prefer more of like mythical mermaid.
Yeah, like your what's that one that you have?
Like I love the Tempest Tarot.
Tempest Tarot, yeah.
Yeah, I love the Tempest, where it's more like pirates and no, that is so cute. Oh my god,
I love it.
Like if I had a water creature, that would be the one I would want.
I think the suits are also really well done.
I try to touch it all the time. I couldn't have animals like that. No. I love them too much.
It's fun too because the water cards are all like under the water, like water creatures, whatever, and then the earth are these like little crabs and sea turtles and stuff. And then so they did the suits really well. The air are these seabirds, and then
which is great.
Fire is like salamanders. So I feel like they do the suits really well considering it's a watery, oceany, beachy themed.
I love the idea of all the little crabs. Like I love that, but like I'm not a sea life kind of person. I like my shells. I like my crabs and turtles and things like that. Yeah. But like I don't know. I grew up in the dark water, so like bright water. It's beautiful, but like when I think of like what I want in a watery deck, I want that murky water feel.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, our next prompt is Hot Toddy, a deck for a cold winter's night. And I'm gonna have to make you full screen because I gotta go blow my nose.
Oh, okay.
So you're on your own for a minute.
Okay, so Hot Toddy. What did it say again? Hold on, I'm gonna read it again. Hot Toddy is a deck for a cold winter's night. Okay, yeah. So when I think of a wintry deck, Dreaming Way Tarot, like that's where I want to be. Because I feel like, I think it's because of the swords, but I always have a tendency of pulling this out in the wintertime. Like always. Okay, so mine looks ginormous. This is a mass market deck, but like I added my own backs. So it made it real thick. So she's thick, but she's still there. Because what I did was I trimmed all the edges off of this one. But when I think everything is upside down, when I think of a cold winter's night, when I think of something wintry, I always go towards this deck. because it feels like that last, like, when, I guess, in the climate that I'm in, when it becomes winter time, you still have those, like, there's not snow on the ground or anything. Sometimes it's frosty or it gets, icy in January, but like that December into January, February, there's still that like golden space. So it holds that kind of golden look of the early afternoon here, while also bringing that like cold, wintry vibes as well. So it kind of holds that space to me for a little hot toddy. And I love the polka dots and like, yeah, the swords are all in winter, like pure winter. And it just, it's so good. It's so good. Do y'all hear that dog barking? You hear the dog barking?
No.
Because he's barking outside my window and I'm about to go holler at him.
Oh, I can't hear it.
Okay.
So what was I started Dreaming Way, right? For your winter?
Yes.
Perfect. That's perfect.
So yeah, I mean, look at that. I just always think of the cold space of winter when I think of the Dreaming Way tarot. That's where it sits for me. So good.
And a hot toddy.
Yeah, I saw that on your channel. That's the same one, right? The new winter tarot?
Yeah, that's my pick, actually.
Is that your pick?
Yeah. Okay, so somebody post in the chat a hot toddy because my favorite cold winter drink is a hot buttered rum. And I'm going to tell y'all how I make it because it's absolutely the most decadent, delicious thing ever. I take a container. You can do this. You have to like figure out how to do the math if you do it less. Basically, it's literally butter, vanilla bean ice cream, like a really good vanilla bean ice cream, and you just play with the ratios, okay? But there's a recipe somewhere, but you do butter, brown sugar, cinnamon, vanilla bean ice cream. You blend that shit up into a batter, okay? And then you freeze the batter. And it's high percentage, like it's quite sweet because you're adding a ton of brown sugar, you're adding cinnamon, you're adding all this stuff, right? And then you keep it in the freezer. And what you do is you scoop it into a mug, you pour boiling water over it like you're making a tea, and you add rum. Like I like Kraken, like a dark spiced rum. It is the most delicious winter drink ever. It's so good. I'll have to find a recipe for how you make it.
Oh my God. See, and I love like,
so good.
I love like ciders and stuff like that. So I'm like, just pour whatever in there.
It's so
I like
good.
anything cinnamony, chai, like anything like that. Put me some Baileys and some coffee, baby. I'm here for it.
Yeah, this is all the winter vibes. Like it's so great. It's like out in the snow and the ice.
That's cute. I really like it.
I really do like this. And it's funny because I think this is going to be my January deck. We'll see. But I think this is going to be like my January. Like, look.
That's some for sure January
all the cozy vibes. Like, it's so good.
And it's very like I love that it's like fully in that cold tone. You know, those like grays and blues and whites. Like everything is just cold.
Even the edges are like a light sort of snowy silver white. Yeah, they're really pretty.
Nice.
This is so great. And I hope she does one for all the seasons because
that would be really cool.
Lovely. And there's so many just really beautiful, like, this hammock in the Four of Swords, like outside in the snow. Oh, so good.
See, so like good. I've only spent one winter in like the snow. Well, I mean, like legit that kind. Like while I was in Dallas, we were there for about 8 years. It snowed every year and it iced every year. Totally different. But like when I was in Colorado, that was probably the best because I had never experienced anything like it before. Now, granted, when it was really cool, like we got like actual blizzard weather, we were in Southeast Colorado, which from anyone who's from out there, I'm sorry, but it's terrible. But much prefer mid.
When you see this recipe, okay, sorry, it pasted weird, but basic. I'll post a link too. Hold on, so you can see it normal. But basically, yeah, it's 1 pound of butter, a pound of brown sugar, a pound of confectioner's sugar, a quart of vanilla ice cream, a tablespoon of ground cinnamon, and a teaspoon of ground nutmeg, and it makes a huge batch of batter. So this is like, you have to like figure out how to size it down if you want a small little batch. When I tell but when you look at what's in it, you're like, this is literally a heart attack in a jar. Okay, like I'm not trying to pretend it's not, but you can adjust your amounts how much per mug, but it's concentrated. So you're basically just putting like a little scoop in, adding your water, and then adding your rum. And it's good. It's good virgin or with rum. So it's great for a holiday party because it's delicious, whether you put alcohol in it or not. It's so freaking good.
We grabbed, and we still have some, which I'm like, ooh, with some good white hot chocolate. We have some peppermint rum chata.
Yeah. That sounds really good.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds really good.
So good.
It's funny. I don't drink like at all.
I don't drink a whole bunch, but like I like my drinks. I like them.
But I feel like if I'm gonna have a drink, I want it to be delicious. I'm not drinking just to drink, right? Like I want something tasty and decadent, and like I want a drink to take me someplace. Like I think that's why I like things like Pina Coladas or Caesars. These were really packed full of flavor, or this hot buttered rum. I like cocktails that like are transportive. Like in Canada, we have in BC, it started here. It's called a Bellini. It's like peach.
Like the peach? Yeah.
It's like peach slush kind of drink with, I think it's got cranberry and peach slush. It's
we got daiquiri divas right down the road, baby. We just go drive up. And they're gonna make me a daiquiri or whatever I want. We're spoiled
the one, right? The daiquiris? Yeah.
Yum. So like you can get just about anything. It's so good. Now,
yes, the winter season with Season of the Witch in bulk would be such a great combo. Okay, I'm sorry. Carry on.
Yeah. I was literally going to get on a tangent with drinks. We can go on to the next one before I start again.
Are you sure? But I want to hear it.
I will tell you one thing. Okay, so I lied. Okay, so a really good drink that I've had. I'm usually not one that like mimosas and shit. I like them. They're fine. But like not a morning drink kind of person. But we went to one of our local places, Parish Biscuit Company, and they had, what was it called? Tipsy Joe. And you know it's the EAUX because we Cajun as hell. But it was a coffee, like an alcoholic coffee. With like, it was like a mocha type thing and like whipped cream, and it had chocolate.
My God. Like, that sounds so freaking good.
Oh, it was like, y'all, it was so good. I'm not usually one for morning drinking aside from, the little occasion, but that was delicious.
Oh my God, that sounds incredible. That sounds like a dessert coffee to me. Like a dessert coffee would be so good.
Right. I've usually if I have like a Bailey's or something like that in my coffee, it's usually at night. Like I have it at night. But this was a morning drink and I sure drank it.
Oh my God, vintage mood, a good sipping drink. Snickers, equal amounts Frangelico, Bailey's, and Kahlua. Oh, wait, Frangelico, is that the almond or hazelnut one? What is the flavor of that one? I don't know.
I love a good peach puree though.
I like these creamy style. Drinks. I like. I wish I liked Irish. What's it called? Irish cream.
Irish cream. Oh, I love Irish.
I don't like Irish cream, but Bailey's makes a like chocolate hazelnut. They have other flavors. I like the other flavors.
I don't like hazelnut. I'm not a huge fan of the hazelnut, but we have at Jet Coffee, our local like coffee shop. They have the Hero, which is an Irish cream coffee. I mean, it's not alcoholic, but it's like the Irish cream, and it's one of our favorites. Jacob and I love that shit. It's called the Hero.
Yeah, I don't like the flavor of Irish cream. There's something about it that I just don't like, but like I don't mind it otherwise. As far as like I like creamy drinks and whatever, but
I don't know. Like alcoholic drinks, I'm not super into the creamy, but I'll drink some. I'll be trying.
There was this stuff I had once. Sorry, I know we're still tangenting. I'm sorry.
I know.
It comes in a bottle. It literally tastes like a strawberry milkshake, but it's a tequila drink, and you just drink like it's just
Tequila Rose.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
Stuff. That's pretty tasty.
Listen, I can drink a little bit of it. We had I'm not going to give away what side it's on. We have somebody in our family that used to put back some tequila rose. It was not.
Oh, I see. Oh, I understand. That's like a no-go. I know. That's
between that and the Fireball, like the Fireball whiskey. Listen.
Oh my God.
Leave that at your house, baby.
Yeah. I don't need that. Yeah. I can't. That's why I can't do whiskey, because that was my dad's drink of choice. So anything whiskey or bourbon, I can't.
I'm going to tell you one more thing, and then we'll go on to the next one.
Yeah.
You ever tried a peppermint patty?
No,
it's
but
a
that's
shot.
probably right up my alley. That's probably right up my alley.
So it's a shot. Right? We used to do this shit all the time. It's super fun because it's like you laughing, you cutting up, you got shit all over your face. Okay. So you pop your head back.
Oh no.
Chocolate syrup, peppermint schnapps, whipped cream, and you swish it in your mouth and you swallow it.
Okay, I would never in a million years do that because
why?
Because I cannot. Do you know this about? Okay, I cannot handle being sticky. I can't handle getting shit on my face. I would be crying. I would be under so much duress. And y'all, when I'm under duress, okay, so here's what happens when I get sticky. I'm like, like legitimately, I cannot cope. Like there have been times, Peggy, like I'm a toddler. I've gotten something on me, and she's had to come over and like wipe my hands because I'm over here freaking out. The things you didn't need to know about me on the internet, but like I'm neurotic about it.
God.
I'm that bitch that like I have to like sometimes separate food on my plate because it's touching itself. Like I listen, I have some quirks, okay? But I cannot handle getting sticky. So the idea, no, you're gonna have to put that in a neat glass or a neat shot glass, and I'm gonna be able to need to get the entire thing down in one time without getting anything on myself, or I'm going to be crying.
Now listen, if you get it all in your mouth and you close your mouth good, you won't get it all over yourself. But if you laughing, you're gonna have shit all over.
I was just gonna say, you watching me try, the amount I would try to open my mouth so big just to make sure nothing got anywhere, that everybody would be laughing. I would be choking, and then the way I will attack somebody trying to give me a bite of thing so I don't get anything on me, like it's a thing. Like Peggy laughs all the time. She's like, "What is wrong with you?" She's like trying to give me a bite of something, like. She's like, "Okay, calm down."
You would have been in a nightmare the other night. I was eating some apples with caramel sauce, God. I dip it in caramel, and like
nothing
forever gets sticky, and it drives me nuts.
Nothing stresses me out more. Peggy does this all like, oh my God, when you go to a restaurant and there's like the maple syrup. Like if you go to a pancake place, the maple syrup, I can't touch them. Peggy has to put the syrup on my waffles. Like if she dips something in something like a caramel sauce, what did we get? Oh yeah, churros. There were churros and you dip them in caramel and it's that runny caramel and she's like lifting it up and bringing it to her face. And I'm over here panicking quietly for her because I'm like, oh my God. Like you have to swirl that shit. Like you can't just have a stringer of caramel coming at you.
Oh my
God. Oh my God. I can't cope.
Oh my God. Somebody was talking about whipped cream vodka. Okay, my sister-in-law said that she tried
oh my God.
It was like was it like a pineapple upside down drink where it was like pineapple juice and whipped cream vodka or something like that? She said that was really good.
That sounds delicious. This thing where you like put a drink in a shot glass and you have to pick it up with your mouth. Like I'm never doing that. Like I'm never doing that. Like it's not happening because I will guarantee
I've probably done that.
I'll be in an absolute panic. Like it's not happening.
Oh my God.
No. Other people can do it. But I will take shots, but I have to control the shot myself. Like nobody's pouring something in my mouth. Like that's not happening. Because I for sure will spit it all over myself and then quietly panic until I can literally wash my entire body. It's not a thing.
Listen, we F around and find out. And the holidays, now we don't do that anymore because we don't get together with my cousins like we used to back in the Gap. We don't do that anymore. Yeah. And that was wild. We were like 20 of us. And like, listen, the older we got, the wilder it got.
Like somebody can pour me that in a drink because a chocolate mint is my favorite thing ever. So like that sounds like a drink I would drink, but I just need the grown up not sticky version of delivery into my mouth.
Delivery to it.
Yeah,
that's the best part though. That's the funnest part.
No. I'll skip it. Okay, so
what's the next one? We are far behind.
We're so far behind. I know. Okay, our next one is an Espresso Martini, an energy boosting deck.
Okay. So not only did I think of like something that boosts energy, that was secondhand, because when I thought espresso martini, the first thing I thought was candle in the cave.
Mm-hmm.
And as funny as it is,
it's coffee colored, that deck.
It's in my Peggy bag that has the coffee.
You had that. I forgot you had that coffee bag. I
turned it inside out because I like the black on the outside.
They're reversible. That's why they're reversible.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
But these are the backs. But yeah. So this is it. I love this because it brightens my day every day. I love this deck. It's so clean, but also like deep and rich, you know?
Yeah.
It packs a
it's
bunch
really
of different colors into this.
I could
like
not bond with it. I tried so hard.
Really?
Yeah.
I just like for me, it visually it's so beautiful because I follow this artist and I just love her art. So like for me, it's just like an experience, you know, because I just love this art so much.
Oh, that's a good one, Kathy. The white sage for a hot toddy deck. Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, that would be a really good one.
Because it is so cozy. Yeah.
But yeah, so this, color palette wise is perfect for a martini, an espresso martini. But it also does fit really well for me into something like that. It does feel like rejuvenating sometimes, you know? A little extra pip. What about you?
Good.
What you got?
I picked the thing that would like legit out of my collection would probably like wake me up. And you can tell because it's in this like neon tie-dye bag, but I love this deck. And I still have my first edition and I'm obsessed with it. It is the Rainbow Heart Tarot. I love this deck with my whole heart. And actually, I'm so glad I have the first edition because I have felt the cardstock of later editions and it's a little thicker and it's like a heavier cardstock, which a lot of people really prefer, but I don't. So I'm really glad I have this first edition with its little black and white guidebook. But there is a new edition out right now. She just came out with, I think, the 5th edition, and it has gorgeous, hello, the moon. I'm just saying. I love this card, but it's very vibrant, and that vibrancy is very energizing for me.
That is very, it is poppy and fun.
It's such a good reader, and I do have, or had, the little pocket version, the little travel size. I love this Four of Swords so much. But the pocket is that thicker cardstock, so this is the one I always go back to. Yeah, it's just, but I love the art. It's so, I don't know. There's something about this art style that I really enjoy. It's like, you can tell it's like so clean.
It's a fun art style in general. And I think the colors go really well with it. I could also see this if they would have came out with one that was all like literal neons. I think it would be amazing. Just because that artwork just lends to that style. So, yeah, I mean, those colors so well. I don't know.
And it's funny, on some of the cards, you can actually see the texture of the canvas that was underneath. Like, I don't know if this will show it, but you can kind of, I love it when you can see bits of that in the deck.
Melissa said hers would be the Golden Girls Tarot. My friend gave me that one. It was so good. Yeah, that's a really good one for that.
That would be a good one. But yeah, I love this deck so much. I love the colors. But the symbology is on point. And it's just, I love reading with this. It's a little bit oversized for tarot. It's like more like Oracle, I would say, sized. Like it looks like it. Oh, but I love it so much. I would love a flexi bendy, easy to shuffle, smaller version of this.
I find the older I get, probably my arthritis setting in. Listen, if it's too hard for me to shuffle,
I know
it probably ain't staying. Like, I have a few right now that like I look at it and I'm like, I just don't want to shuffle it.
It's just too much work. And like, I need a comfy, easy shuffle nowadays. It's true. My hands do hurt, and I'll do my readings, right? Like and you do the same thing. We'll do our member readings or whatever, and you're shuffling for like hours. I can shuffle. Like it ends up being a kind of a big thing,
it's
right?
Like after a while, like the skin on my fingers hurts. I'm just like,
yeah.
Quit playing with y'all stuff. Give me something soft and pliable. Like, because even if it's big, like, okay, I don't know if you've ever tried the Circle of Doors tarot. Do you have that one?
No, it wasn't for me.
Okay. There's a really big, but when I tell you, like, you can shuffle that deck. Like, it moves, even if it's a big, like, all deck. Something that like an option to have something that flexible, you know?
Yeah. I think that's the thing is like if it's too difficult to manage, I just find myself not reaching for it. Even if I love the deck. I will say so far the biggest exception to that, I'm sure I just put up a tarot exceptions video, so I'm sure I mentioned a different exception because I filmed that one a bit ago. But the Scarab and Dahlia, I will fight all day long for that deck.
Well, because I can break it into pieces and it doesn't seem like another one that honestly I fight with and I will continue to fight with is the archetypes deck.
Yeah.
The circle one. Yeah. I'll fight with that one forever. I mean, it's getting more flexible because I use the crap out of that deck. I really do. I use it a lot.
Yeah, but like the Tarot of Her, I have the Tarot of Her, that's a round deck and it's quite thick. Same. I will shuffle it all day long because like I'm obsessed with that deck.
That's how I am with the Wild Unknown.
But I have to like it a lot to deal with.
I do. I have to really, and then I'll do it. Like the Scarab and Dahlia, I'll break it apart. I'll do it. But like I find myself even with the nameless one, I'm like breaking it into pieces, and I'm like, I don't know how much this is useful to me. But I study that deck, so it's a little different. I don't really do a whole lot of, whatever.
Yep. Oh, Sassy Dragons is over. I just checked. It's over. It's done. Yay! Okay. I'm so excited. Yay. All finished. Okay, sorry. Next prompt. Okay. Let's do a Manhattan. Okay, now somebody tell me what a Manhattan is because I've heard the name, but I don't know what it is. It says it's a deck to take your time with to sip and savor. So it's a sippy drink. Is it a strong drink?
Okay, well, isn't a Manhattan similar to an old fashioned?
That's what I was wondering.
I don't know if I've ever had a Manhattan
or a bourbon drink.
I'm gonna Google it.
Debbie. Yeah, let's Google it. It didn't occur to me we could Google. Excuse me. And the prompt was a deck to take your time with to sip and savor. Where's our bartenders in the chat at? Gross and complicated, says Tammy Pie. Is that what you said?
Okay, so we have Canadian or rye whiskey, red, sweet red vermouth, a dash of bitters, and cherry. So yeah, it's very similar to.
Oh yeah, Trio's got it. Bourbon.
Yeah, it's very similar to an old fashioned.
Yeah. Okay, so what's the difference?
An old fashioned has that red stuff. Hold on.
Lol. Electra says it's a sipper because you can get real drunk real fast. LOL. I love a Manhattan.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's funny how some of these have like regional differences, right? Which is so
funny. Sometimes you can have like we have a lot of it's orange peel. Okay, and you have sugar. You have like simple syrup in a Manhattan in an old fashioned.
Oh, and
old fashioned. You muddle the fruit. You can have. Oh my god. Spiced apple in your old fashioned. Holy shit.
So good.
But yeah, that's what it is. Okay, the bitters, the bourbon, the orange peel, and then the simple syrup. But a Manhattan doesn't have that.
Simple sweeter would make an old fashioned a much sweeter drink overall. You'd have more combining with the alcohol to be a little bit less like whatever. And so this is supposed to be, again, a deck to take your time with to sip and savor. Yes. What did you choose?
So for me, my other Peggy bag.
I love that one.
Those are my favorites. I want to sip and savor the Terra Volatile. I do. Like, I want to sit with it.
To hang out with for sure and soak up.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's so much going on, but like, there's something about this deck that it's all the subtle details. Like you have such a bright image in the center, in the front, coming forward, but like really sitting with it, looking and seeing what's happening. It really does bring a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like I love Prudence.
That's
our Knight of Cup and everything is so
want. I know, right? Like I know I won't use it. I know it. Like I like Pig in Other Worlds better than this, which is telling.
Oh, I don't know. I just want to sip and take it slow. I love the Suit of Vessels, which always fascinates me. I love like this is one that I will read the guidebook with it. Like I just I just want to know what it has to say. I want to sit with it for a while. I want to be in this whole
Yeah.
energy. I just really like it because it can be very soothing and beautiful, and then it can be like super intense. Like it can be
Yeah.
fiery and just in your face. And so like I never know what you're gonna get. Like look how soft and
Yeah.
beautiful that is versus something like,
Some of it
you
feels very
know,
harsh. Yeah.
that's in
But yeah.
brambles with, something in your chest or like something earthy and deep. Like I don't
Yeah.
know. I just want to sit with it. I want to know what it has to say.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one for that. My sip and savor deck, and half of it is unavailable. I've got to put it back together after the end of this year, but it is the nameless one. I have been sipping and savoring this all year long, and it has been so incredible. I have the envelope style readings I've been doing for my monthlies. So I have had one tarot and one oracle. So the tarot I get in my monthly reading, and the oracle card I get in my full moon reading that I did envelopes for the whole year. And I have the big hardback beautiful grimoire, and I will pull it out and I will read. And it has been so lovely to take my time with this deck. I'm actually really excited to put it back together and start pulling it out more often when I want.
I can't wait to hear how you like doing that whole thing. Like once the year is over, like I want a full
experience.
Yeah,
I should actually make a video recap.
You should. I think you should.
But yeah, I should because it's been a really incredible experience. I've already bought my envelopes to do it again next year. I think I know what deck I think I'm going to use next year as my main deck. It's been a really, really incredible experience, a way to do a monthly reading. But the way that there's so much symbology in every single card, and I'm so excited to get in the Children of Ostara and the Children of Litha. I think they've shipped now.
I have the Litha. I really think the Ostara is going to be like legit.
You. Yeah. I am so excited, but this is just, I love the sigils. Again, I love really sinking into the big grimoire, but even if you don't, y'all, even if you just get this is a luxurious deck. Okay. It was pricey, but just the guidebook that comes with it is a big chunker. You get a lot even in this. So like, you don't need the big grimoire, but man, I love the big grimoire.
But it's really cool.
It's
and I didn't grab two, but like looking at that and thinking about taking it slow, I have to have an honorable mention with this one.
Absolutely, do it.
Tarot Avatar. I sat like, oh my god. I read through the book.
Yeah.
Just devoured this book because look at that chunker too.
Yeah.
And I love the way that Gabby wrote this deck, in the book. But like,
so good. Yeah.
This one
Peggy looks at the lights. Y'all, I was so red today that I changed the color of the lights to offset the red. And Peggy comes out and she sees that the lights are like yellow green in here. Like almost off. I had to use the color to offset. Peggy's like, is this intentional? I'm like, yeah, it is, honey.
Yes, it is.
No, this deck is beautiful. And I could totally see this one being one you want to take your time with.
Oh, this is another one that like, it was so enjoyable to like sit with it, read through the guidebook, look at the art, see where it, kind of touches Frida's art and where it goes into Gabby's style. And like, it was just, and it still is. It's one of those decks that's another one where I just want to sit and savor.
Oh, Cerulean Sequence is such a good pick for this too. I spent y'all, I did nothing when I got my prototype of that deck in. That's all I did for like a week is I like decoded that shit and got into it. It was so fun.
Can confirm.
Such a cool deck. Such a cool deck.
I remember that.
Okay, so the next one is Mojito. My favorite mojitos are frozen mojitos where they're all slushy. Love Mojito. And it says a palate cleansing deck for when you need a reset. So bartenders, speak up.
Okay, Mojito. Holy shit balls. My favorite mojito was from El Sandia in Colorado. We would go and sit. There was one night I may or may not have drank 13 of them. We were there for a really long time. Okay, so calm down. But I did probably drink 13 of them.
Oh my God.
It was the lime, the mint, pureed mango.
Oh, what a good combo. Oh my God.
Middle of summer, weather spectacular, sitting outside, all damn day. The best mojito I've ever had.
So if I drank 13 drinks, I'd be dead. Listen, I have, funny enough, you would think, okay, I have two things going on and I don't know how to reconcile them. On one hand, I'm a total lightweight. You give me like half a glass of wine, you can tell, okay?
I am now.
But I can keep putting them back and I do not get sick and I don't get a hangover. I mean, mind you, it's been like 20 years, but like on my 21st birthday, I kid you not, I was working in a trucking company for like a moving and storage. I worked in dispatch. It's all guys. They were so excited to take me out for my 21st birthday. We went bar hopping in Pioneer Square in Seattle. And I had, I'm not kidding, 7 Long Island iced teas. Oh yeah, 7 Long Island iced teas. I had a shot of tequila. I had a shot of Jägermeister because somebody told me it tasted like chocolate and I knew nothing. It's disgusting. It doesn't.
It tastes like licorice. It's disgusting.
It's gross. I had, oh my God, 7 Long Island iced teas, shot of tequila. I think I had a margarita. And I topped it all off because somebody said liquor than beer, never fear, you know, beer than liquor, never sicker kind of thing. So like we went to a bar and my free birthday drink was like a beer. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm having a Guinness because that's one I knew the name of. So I topped it all off with the Guinness. And then I was like, okay, I think I'm done drinking now. But I did not throw up. I did not have a hangover.
You go, girl.
But I was toast. I was out.
And dude, them Long Islands put me under the table a lot of times because
that used to be my drink of choice because I liked the sour, I liked the flavor of them. But there's like 7 shots in a Long Island iced tea.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying. Like
there's something about the flavor that like masks the alcohol just right for me. I don't drink them now. I would never drink a Long Island iced tea now, but that was my drink of choice at that point.
Me, it's always been like I would go out and drink $1.50 amaretto sours, boy, the loose caboose, baby.
Wait, so explain this. Jules says, so the fact that I am a light. So what I mean by lightweight is I feel it right away, but I feel like I get drunk really quick, like with very little alcohol, but then I don't get sick and don't have like hangovers typically. And Jules says that's because your body does not break down the alcohol so fast, so less nasties are produced. So is it interesting? Is that what you mean? Like, am I understanding that right? I'm just curious. But like, yeah. Yeah.
See, like before I could drink like whatever, didn't bother me. Yeah. But now 1 drink, maybe 2. Listen, take me home. I'm really drunk. I had 2 margaritas the other. Listen, a favorite margarita place is La Hacienda. We have this little small La Hacienda that we like to go to, and they have the best margaritas. I do them on the rocks, either strawberry or mango or peach. They're so good. But I made the mistake. I was like, oh, give me the large one. It was real big. Oh, it was real big. And like, I was like this far in, and I was like,
I'm in trouble.
I don't know. I don't know how much further I can go before you're going to have to carry me home.
Yeah. I can't.
But they let me put it in a cup. Let me put it in a to-go cup, and I drank the other half the next day. It was fine.
Perfect. I love that.
Because I live in Louisiana, so we can do that kind of thing.
They give you a to-go cup. That's amazing.
I don't think it's a go cup. Yeah, you ask for that out of state, they look at you like you have 3 heads. But you in Louisiana, and you're like, I need a to-go cup for my margarita, and they like,
yes. It's funny because I don't even really want to drink. Like I will drink like pretty much 2 drink maximum unless I am stressed the fuck out, and then I'll have a third, and then I'll feel real tipsy, and that's it. Then I'm done.
You're like, I love a good like if we go out to eat. If we go out somewhere, like I like at least 1 drink. I just want 1 drink because I want something that like I'm a well, I guess I can talk about that for the usual, but like I'm a blueberry lemon drop kind of girl. I love a lemon drop. Oh,
yep,
I love lemon drop. So yeah, I like all the frou-frou drinks, but like I'm usually 1-2 drinks, and I sober up relatively quickly.
Well, that's good.
But listen, when I hit hard. So
yeah, like,
I gotta sip. If it's too good, I get in trouble.
Yeah,
because then I'm like,
sipping is good. I got myself the most trouble after my 21st birthday. The last time I got myself in that toasted was tequila body shots. It was a bachelorette party. It was fun. It was fun as hell, but and they were bringing around Jello shots, and Jello shots are dangerous because you can just pop them back and you don't think you're drinking. So then like an hour later, you're like, oh, fuck, I'm in trouble right now. Jello shots are dangerous. And they're very easy to take neatly. So I didn't have my sticky problem. Anyway,
yeah, they are.
This is supposed to be our palate cleanser deck. Is this?
Oh, yeah. Our palate cleanser. I'm sorry. I totally forgot it. I'm ready for mine.
You're totally fine. I did grab it. Okay, yeah. So what's your palate cleanser? This is a deck that can help you reset. Ooh,
Majestic Earth. Because I feel like it brings something completely different. Like it does. It's like a breath of fresh air. And it does things a little bit differently. I forgot about that. Like I always forget. Every time I grab it and I get to the court cards, I'm always like, God damn it. What are they again? I never remember what they are.
Yeah.
But it's such a good palate cleanser because it gives you such space.
Yeah, I love the space in this deck. It's so beautiful and immersive.
Yeah, we have like creature and spirit and all kinds of shit. But anyway, it is a good palate cleanser.
Yeah.
Because I like that it takes you to a place instead of like to a person in particular. Yes. And I think that's why it feels so like palate cleansing to me, is because it really takes you to a space.
Oh, it's one of the most peaceful, like calming decks I've ever looked at and used. I love it. I feel like I just totally end up in those spaces.
Yes.
Oh, so lovely.
And while I like the Augenblick, I prefer the landscape. Like the landscapes in this are still they're wide open. Like you said, I feel like I'm transported there. They are wide open.
Yeah.
And so I just feel like it cleanses everything out. And like you can imagine yourself on top of that mountain or on top of that cliff.
Totally.
And just breathing in that air and feeling those clouds. It just like, that's
like
what it feels like to
me. Totally. 100% agree.
Yeah. What did you choose?
When I think of like a deck that's gonna like give me a reset or like bring me back, especially if like when I think palate cleanser, I think of something that's going to kind of reset me back to starting point, like if that makes sense. So I grabbed the This Might Hurt because this is the deck that when I'm like, I don't freaking know what to use, I'm like all up in my head. This is always one that will bring me back to sort of my starting point, if that makes sense. Yeah. So I feel like it's a good reset deck for me. Kind of brings me back to how I see the tarot, brings me back to myself in a lot of ways. And this is because I think this deck just, I don't know, there's just something about it. I gelled with it so well when I first got it. This is like,
I remember like how much how much you really connected with this deck.
Yeah, and it's stayed that way. Like I have 3 copies of this. This is my original indie that's just beat all to shit. And then I have a backup that was gifted to me. I've never bought a backup in my life, but I had a backup that was gifted to me. So I do have a backup of the indie. And then I recently unlocked, like I did all my unlocking the tarot keywords on my mass market, the Liminal 11 special edition. But yeah, and I just love this deck so much. It's one of those like comfy sweater kind of decks in a way because I just know it backwards and forwards. I'm so comfortable with it. I feel about this the way that I imagine people feel who learned on the Rider-Waite-Smith, how they feel about the Rider-Waite-Smith. That's what this deck feels like to me. And in truth, I mean, it is a Rider-Waite-Smith clone in many ways. Yeah. But it just works so well for me. So yeah, I really, really enjoy this a lot. Oh, your Sassy Dragons pledge was collected. Yay! I know, we're so excited. I know it just ended like about 40 minutes ago or so.
Yeah.
Very exciting. Yeah.
We was watching it.
The production order is already in. I know, I'm so excited. So excited. Definitely a better timeline than with UJT, so I'm happy about that.
This one was like it felt effortless from this end, like listening to you like go through it just felt so much more effortless.
Yeah, UJT was so stressful. It's so
granted, it was still full of effort. But
yes.
But it went really smoothly, it felt like.
Yeah, the back end was way, way, way less dramatic, I would say, and stressful for sure. This one was much, much smoother. Okay, our next prompt, Bloody Mary / Caesar, if you're in Canada, a problem-solving drink. Okay, I'm going to ask you what you picked, but I'm just curious. I had so much trouble with this prompt because I'm like, all of my tarot decks feel like problem solvers. So I'm like, how do I, like, so I kind of just picked something, but like, I struggled. What about you?
When I thought about this, I'm like, if I want something, like, if I have a legit, like, I'm in a pickle, right?
Yeah.
Let's go back to the Sandlot. I'm in a pickle.
Yeah.
I need to figure something out. I want something that's pretty plain speak.
Yeah.
I don't want something that I'm really having to, like, let me look at the imagery and focus in on this and try. Like, when I need a problem solved, I don't want something so esoteric, something so ethereal, like, I want something very grounded, down to earth. I want plain speak. So when I thought about it that way, I chose the Millennial Tarot.
Okay.
Because honestly, it's nice images, but I don't really give a shit as much as I like what those words are telling me and what it's feeling. So, like, strength, DIY skills. I have something coming at me. I have my dumpster fire. I know what that feels like. I know what that is. It's going to solve my problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have
It's
all
gonna get you right to the
like
answer.
girls trip.
Oh,
6 of
we got a
Thoughts.
girls trip coming up. I'm so excited.
Like imposter syndrome. Like, it just speaks plain speak.
Yeah.
In a fun way for me, where, like, I am not over. I mean, they do have beautiful. Look at this ally. Like, oh,
so good.
But like, it does have great imagery, but like, it's so plain speak to me. It puts everything in such an interesting perspective that especially when I'm throwing cards for myself, sometimes I just want to read, like, being shady, burnout.
Yeah, totally.
And literally the millennial, like, it's me, I'm burnout and shady. Like, yes, I am.
Yeah, totally.
So that's kind of how I thought about this, was like, I want something plain speak, just like I like my Bloody Marys. I want my snack. I want my snack in there. It's just, tell me, plain speak. I want to solve the problem.
Now I'm wondering how Bloody Marys solve problems. I think somebody said it earlier. My problem solver / hangover cure. That's why, because people use Bloody Marys or Caesars as like a hangover drink. Which, if I'd have realized that, I might have had a little bit of an easier time with the prompt. But I didn't think about it that way. I was like, I don't understand. All my decks are problem solvers. Like, what? I don't know. Anyways, I picked. This was the deck that, like, legit just felt the most like a Caesar to me. That's why I picked it. I was like, this feels the most like a Caesar. Which, by the way, for the record, a Bloody Mary is made with tomato juice, right?
Like a tomato base.
A Caesar's made with clamato juice.
I love clamato. We make micheladas with clamato. Yeah. It's my favorite.
So if you've never made a Bloody Mary with clamato, make it with clamato. And, like, there you go. That's a Caesar. Oh. Yeah. It's like clamato. It's clamato, Worcestershire, Tabasco. I forget. I used to know it by heart, but it's like all those things. So it's, as far as I'm concerned, it's the same as and I like mine a little spicy, so I put in some extra Tabasco in mine, and I'll add a little splash of my pickle juice in there. But yeah, it's savory and like a little spicy, and then you have the rimming stuff that you put on there. Oh, so good.
I love a good rim.
We were literally
I couldn't help it.
I knew it was coming. I was so prepared. Peggy and I were at the grocery store. Oh my god. And I got so excited. I'd like be the only one drinking, so like it makes no sense. Like $45, but it was like this indie brand clamato, the Caesar like tin thing with the salts in it that you can rim your glasses in. A squeezy mix. It's already got all your Worcestershire, Tabasco, like everything in a bottle, so you can just squirt it in.
Like a premix.
And like a jar of like fancy pickled spicy like green beans or something, or asparagus. It was all in like a little gift pack, and I was like, I want that so bad, but like I'm gonna have a Caesar on Christmas Eve, and then, like, you know how long it took me to drink that freaking one blue thing that I got? Like, it's just gonna sit there. It makes no sense to buy it, but like I will
drink it. Jacob makes something very similar. We do micheladas. We do it with beer. with a Corona. So
I used to do that. Is that what it's called? I used to call it red beer, but I would take spicy V8 and or tomato juice or whatever and mix it with
we do Clamato, and then like Jacob makes his own mix, so he'll do the Worcestershire sauce and all that stuff. But he also sometimes puts. Now, I don't know where else y'all can get that. I don't know where y'all can get y'all some Cajun Power garlic sauce.
That's not gonna happen up here.
That's not gonna happen up there. But like we use our Cajun Power, which is like it's not a hot sauce. It's like a garlic sauce, but it's like a hot garlic. I don't even know how to describe it. It's called Cajun Power. So I don't know. So we add that in there too. And then our, Slappy Mama or Tony Sacheries or whatever.
Slap Your Mama. I'm assuming that's a hot sauce.
No, that is actually a seasoning. That's what you would rim your stuff in or like put in there. Slap Your Mama is my favorite seasoning. Yeah. It's so good you want to slap your mama.
That's amazing. Oh, my deck. I'm sorry. I picked the Scarab and Dahlia.
I don't know why. One. It
felt like a Caesar deck to me. I'm trying to think of the drink. Also, I'm just kind of having a love affair with this deck right now. So it just.
And honestly, I feel like that's a great problem solver. It might not. I mean, like it does have a clear voice, but like you can pull a lot from there. Like it's got like
layers.
I love that deck.
It's got layers. I think this deck just really excites me because it's like the first collage deck that I've down in my bones. Like I understand, like I get it. I don't have to work for it. It just immediately makes sense to me. And Ritual Tarot, which I loved and have enjoyed working with over the time that I've had it, I still have to work for it a bit. And so it's one of those things where like I finally get people who like collage decks because of this. You know what I mean? Because it's like it's like
matter of fact,
just enough. Yeah.
Matter of fact, I pulled out one of the decks I'm using right now is the Uncommon Tarot.
Yeah.
And I find it's another one, like Guided Hand Tarot is pretty good. But I would, like for me, some of my favorite collages is Scarab and Dahlia, Ritual, and this one.
The Uncommon. The
Uncommon Tarot is the same way. Like I find it like it fits. Like I don't have to work hard for it. In the same way I can do with the Scarab and Dahlia, where like I don't feel like I have to work hard for it. I can just like have it,
Yes. Uncommon is a really good one to look at if you're curious about how you feel about collage decks. I almost bought that one. It's not quite right for me. I was surprised this one was. I legit thought it wasn't. And then
I remember that me and you were talking about it and you were like, no,
actually, I really like this. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so good. It's so good.
Okay. Our next prompt. We've only got 3 more left. Okay. I need somebody to tell me what this is. It's a French 75. It must be expensive because it says it's a special occasion deck. Are you looking it up?
Yep.
I need to know. My throat is going. Lasts a little longer.
We're almost done. Okay. Preparation. Okay. We have gin, lemon juice, simple syrup, and champagne. Bitch, okay.
That's why special occasion.
It's got some champagne. Yeah. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a fancy mimosa.
That's what it sounds like. Yeah.
I mean, no orange juice. You have lemon juice, but like, yum.
But still, it sounds delicious though, for real.
It sounds delicious. I can't do sparkles though. Like I can't do sparkles anymore.
Bubbles are not great. Yeah, you could probably do the same thing with like a flat sweet white wine or dry white wine or something.
Even with the Moscato's already sweet, but like if you do a Moscato and then just put some like juice up in there.
Oh, that would be delicious. I have a dessert wine literally in the fridge right now, like a late harvest. Oh, I love a late harvest. It's like grape juice in a glass. It's so delicious.
I love Moscato. Moscato is my favorite. I know it's not a sophisticated palate. Listen, red wine makes me sweat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sweat. I don't like it.
Oh, I love red wine. It either has to be red or a very sweet white.
I like a sweeter white. I don't like a bitter white, or like a dry or whatever it's called.
No.
Give me a Moscato. I'll do a sangria. I'll do a fruity red because I don't find it makes me sweat as much. But if I do like a Merlot, I love the flavor. Yeah. Or like a Pinot Noir, I do love the flavor, but I sweat. I don't want it.
You might really like blackberry wine. It's red.
I love a
Obviously.
blackberry wine.
Blackberry wine is incredible. It's really good. Yeah.
I like a muscadine wine. You ever had that?
But I've heard of it.
I
Yeah.
love muscadine. So for me, my special occasion, my French 75, which now I want to try. I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
It's the Mythical Creatures Tarot.
Yes. Yeah.
It just feels like decadent. And like I don't want something like, I don't know. Every day, it doesn't feel like it captures an everyday for me. This feels like something like when I want to do a special reading, or when I want to do a reading that I want to sit with, like a New Year's reading, or like a birthday reading, or like, like I want it to be nice and fancy, or like, I don't know. That's what it felt like to me. Just something for a special occasion, because there's so much to it. And then again, it's another one that sometimes I want to pull, and then I have the big book and I haven't read through the whole thing yet. So sometimes I like to pull it out and then I'll read from the book. And then like I will fall into the surround and what the animal is and what they have to say about it and like everything else. So it feels very decadent to me.
Yes. Yeah, that's a very decadent deck for sure.
Sorry, y'all know every one I pull is in the wrong freaking direction. This is just how I live my life. See? You see?
That's so funny.
But look at that.
Do you read with reversals? Have we talked about that? Do you read reversals?
I do sometimes, but a lot of times I'll put them straight up. But like I don't know. I don't know like what I do, how I do it. I feel like I do it the same way every time. Like, how is it getting upside down? But
I don't know. That's so you. That's so you.
It is. Everybody knows. Everybody knows if they're watching something and I've already used the deck, there are reversals everywhere.
My special occasion is my last unicorn tarot.
The last unicorn, yeah.
It will always and forever feel so special to me, even just taking it out of its package, and we've got the beautiful book and the little pillow it lives in, and just like it feels special. I don't pull it out enough because I know this deck so well, and I read with it really, really well. So it doesn't feel, but it feels fancy and special when I pull it out.
Like I love the sheen it has, and like
it's so wonderful. And this was my first tarot Kickstarter. It was only like my second Kickstarter ever.
I remember that, and it took a long time, didn't it?
2 years plus a little bit. Excuse me. But I love it. And because I know this story so well, there's a richness. This is the deck that I think made me realize that my first tarot deck needed to have a story, because the story brings it to life. And if you know the story, if you get to know the characters, if you make them come alive for yourself, you just get so many more layers out of the reading. If you choose, and like with this, you don't have to, I guess but I don't even know what this would be like for somebody who doesn't know this movie or this story or this book. Oh, my lights just turned yellow. I'll be red again for a minute. Actually, I seem okay.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, you seem fine. I didn't notice that.
I don't seem super red. So
no, I think you'll be okay.
But anyway, yeah, I just love this deck so much. And like I said, because it was a Kickstarter and they had all these stretch goals, and the stretch goals got more and more like luxurious and fancy, like the fake leather book with the little ribbon bookmark, like every detail just feels, it's like a little parchment color.
Is it hardcover?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard and quite thick. And just it like
don't make me say something else, Lisa. God dang it.
Oh my God, Dani. Look, it's hard and thick. I've got a signed card from Peter S. Beagle in here.
Aww.
Yeah, makes me really
happy. I love that. But I love
signed by him now.
I love decks that have like that background, that story. I mean, look how much Game of Thrones, makes such a difference to really know these characters. And I read the books, and except for I didn't finish the last one. I don't have the oomph to finish the last book so far, because like, is he ever going to finish writing it? I don't know. So I don't feel like it's worth it right now. But I've read 6 of the 7. You know what I mean? So I know these characters. Like, I know this world. It feels right. And I love something like that. I wish, the only thing I wish, and I know we talk about these things all the time. It's like, my main fandoms, like, I want a really good Alice deck, but I want one that I want to see. Like, I don't know. I have yet.
Do I know of in the works? Okay, there's 2 in the works. There's the
Right.
one with, Ruin Vervain, they're working on one. There's
Yes.
also one just getting started by Emma Zhang, I think is her last name, the creator of the Dream Vision and the Dreams of Nile. So go check her Instagram because I think she's just beginning to play with an Alice-themed deck in her style. But I don't know if any of those are, like, quite grungy. Like, do you want, like, a grungier Alice?
I
Do you have
wanted
the Alice Oracle by Paulo Barbieri? That's got a grungy
I
vibe.
know that does have a good feel. That one is really
But a
good.
tarot. You want a tarot like
I
that,
want a
probably.
tarot, but like I don't know. It's like I don't know. I don't even know what I want because like a
Yeah.
part of me wants like vintage Alice, and part of me wants dark and grungy Alice, and part of me like I don't even know what I want, but I
Yeah.
just want something to embody it for me. I don't know.
Yeah. There cannot be too many Alice decks in my view because
I
each one
agree.
just has such a different flavor. And it's such
Yeah.
an epic story to build a deck around for sure.
Agreed.
Crazy.
And like I don't know. I love those kinds in general. I don't always find the ones I want. Like I love the Labyrinth, but I just can't. I love
Yeah.
the Lord of the Rings, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Those are like my favorite, like especially Lord of the Rings. I love that good epic stuff, but like I want a full, I don't know, I want a full deck. I don't know.
Yep. All right, somebody tell us what an aviation is, the drink. This one is a wild card deck for when you're feeling adventurous. A wild card deck for when you're feeling adventurous. And it's an aviation. I wonder if it's supposed to be an aviator.
I know, and because I think I've heard of an aviator, but not an aviation. I don't know.
Yeah. Ephemera tarot is lush. Yeah.
Aviation cocktail.
Okay. Hit us.
Oh, what? Okay, lemon juice, maraschino liqueur, gin, and creme de violet.
Creme de violet.
Or a creme yvette is what they call it as well. It says creme de violet or a creme yvette.
Huh.
It's like purple. It looks so good. It looks so good.
Okay. I have to Google it just so I see what it looks like. Aviation.
Cardamom, French
Oh, it
lavender,
is
and
pretty.
yeast. What?
It is pretty. It looks like a kind of like a martini e Cosmo-y kind of drink.
It looks like it has like you can infuse it because this one says like it all starts with a precise blend of botanicals, cardamom, coriander, French vanilla, anise seed, sarsaparilla, juniper, and 2 kinds of orange peel.
Oh.
Apparently, it can get
cherry?
pretty
Is that a
intense.
cherry or an olive that they're putting on top? That's a cherry. No, that's a cherry. Okay, good.
That's a cherry.
That's like those dark maraschino cherries.
That's the ones I was talking about. Like Jacob uses those for his old fashioned. They're in like a thick ass syrup, and it's like $17 a jar.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go, Tarot Geek. Yeah, here it is. 2 ounces
Boom.
of
There we go.
maraschino liqueur, 3/4 ounce lemon juice, freshly squeezed garnish, brandied cherry. That sounds really delicious, honestly. It does sound good.
Yeah.
So the prompt for this was a wild card deck for when you're feeling adventurous. What's your adventurous deck?
The Ritual Tarot.
Ritual. Oh, there you go.
We were just talking about that. Like I find this one adventurous because like I use it to speak with deity. So there's always an adventure there. I use it for like different connections. You know what I mean? I want that fiery energy. I usually go here because it does feel adventurous to me. I never know what's going to come up. It does feel like exotic and fun. And like I never quite know where I'm going to go. It almost feels like a weird trip. You know what I mean? Like
totally.
And when I thought of adventurous, I was like, it literally feels like you're going on some kind of wild trip. You don't know where you're going to end up, in the desert, in the wetlands, in the fire, in the sky.
Yeah.
It's just, it's so many energies. It's so different. And it's a wild card. I just feel like you never know what you're going to get. It's like a box full of chocolates.
Aww.
We watched Forrest Gump the other day. It was so funny.
Aww.
I don't know if Jacob's watching, but he's probably going to be like, shut up. We were watching it, and at the end, he was like, I really forgot how sad that movie is. I'm like, yeah, it's fucking sad. He's like, I was like crying. I was like, I know, it's sad as hell. But it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, it is good.
It's just really it's pitiful. It's just so pitiful at the end.
I know. Yeah. When I need to just cry, I watch Beaches. It gets me every time. Yeah.
You have just spoke my language. I don't watch chick flicks, rom-coms, feel good, I'm gonna cry movies. I don't. But I will watch Beaches and cry my ass off.
Yep.
Because it's Bet and it's so good.
It's so good. And it's cathartic. That movie is cathartic. I feel like
you want to know a rom-com I will watch? And I've loved since I was young. Me and my friend used to watch it all the time. Frickin' Green Card with Gerard Depardieu.
I've never seen Green Card.
You've never seen Green Card?
No.
Lisa. It's got Gerard Depardieu in it, and like he's trying to get a green card, and then they like fall in love, and then like, oh, you gotta see it. I don't watch it like that. I'm sorry, I don't mean to call it shit, but like,
no, it's valid. I get it.
I don't watch it, but that one, like, I don't know, it just kind of stuck with me. I love that.
I loved Fools Rush In. What's it called?
I don't know if I've seen that.
Frick, Fools. I know the song. It's got Salma Hayek. Only Fools Rush In. It's like, I think it's literally called Fools Rush In. Anyways, there's that one. It's like a shotgun kind of wedding because like they have a one night stand and then she's like, I'm pregnant, and it's just a really sweet story. I love it so much. Anyways. Yeah, I love rom-coms, so that's probably my favorite category.
Then go find Green Card and watch it.
Yeah,
it's worth it. It's got all the vibes. Go watch Green Card. Yeah.
Okay.
If you like Beaches, trust me on Green Card, okay?
All right. I have to pick two because they're both so perfect for this prompt, but this is the if you're feeling adventurous or wild and adventurous. So first of all, I have Exquisite Familiars.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it does not get more adventurous. I'll just show you guys the book because this is the easiest way to show you the cards. But, I mean, like, we have different heads and different butts, and you mix and match, and you get an oracle. And the cards are like, the only thing is, like, I do wish there were keywords. I might have to modify this one, but it's just so freaking fun. You just mix and match. You mix and match the bodies. I mean, it's fabulous. So I had to pick it up, even though, I mean, this is something that I'll pull out. It's like more like playtime. I'll pull this out and I will play with this.
But I mean, that's adventure. That's fun.
Yeah. Is by the same creator. This is so
fun. The Lucky Potion.
And I have like all of the, I mean, it's got the little dice.
I want to like legit play that. Are you going to
remind me and I'll bring it. I'll bring it in January.
In your locker, in your suitcase. It's like, that's one that I think would be fun.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, like, this is great because the way the guidebooks, because I've now got 4 in here, are written is it's literally written like, this is what, it's like descriptive, like, a conglomeration of grays, whites, and golds in varying squares hangs in front of you. Like it describes the experience of interacting with seeing the potion bottle, and then whether you drink, throw, or share, drink, smash, or share the potion.
So fun. Like, you just make a whole game out of it.
It's so great. So yeah, this for feeling adventurous, this is so great, and it's really fun to combine with my dice divination too, because then you're rolling your dice thing, and then you're also rolling the dice for this, and it's so fun. This is totally adventurous, and Exquisite Familiars is good, but this one, of the two, this is more usable to me. Plus, it's in a cute little travel case, which is so fun. So yeah, I love this. That.
Oh my God. Melissa said my husband instantly remembered Gerard Depardieu and Green Card. Like, he's one of those, like, in that movie, it's one of those hear me out. Like, just hear me out. I know he is not the most handsome man. But in that movie, in that space, you're like, I love him.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You guys enjoy your football. Go have
fun.
Bye.
Go enjoy football. I'm not a sports. I don't sports.
We have one left. The usual, your drink of choice and your most used deck. I think we should hold ours up at the same time.
Tell me your drink of choice first. What is your usual?
Do I even have a usual? It would be a Bellini nowadays. It would be a
Bellini nowadays.
Yeah. What about you? What's your drink of choice?
See, for me, like I said earlier, like, I am a lemon drop girly. If it's got blueberry, 10,000 extra points.
Blueberry.
I love a frosted glass, super ice cold.
Yeah.
Lemon drop and you put that blueberry, especially if it's like mulled blueberry and not just a blueberry flavor or blueberry vodka.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds
even better. I will sip and savor, and sometimes I drink it too fast. It's so good.
Yeah, so good. Okay, at the count of 3. Are you ready?
Wait. Mine's in a bag. I'm gonna open it up. Hold on.
Okay, I had to pull mine out of a bag too.
Okay.
Our most used decks.
The usual.
Yeah.
Ready?
1, 2, 3. I mean, why else would you make your dream deck if it's not going to be the one you reach for the most of all?
It's Mystic Masters and my Lenormand. Yeah. In this, I can throw it anywhere. Look at look at the bend I got on this mofo now.
I love it. My prototype copy of this is beat to shit. Like, now that I have my like final version, it's like back to being pristine again. But
I know, and as funny as it is, like, I will still take out the prototype version because I don't want to mess up my good one.
That's hilarious. So Mystic Masters for you, your decks that you created, Unicorn's Journey Tarot for me, the deck I created. Like, it's how we roll. And isn't it funny how you, like, even in our sweaters, look at this.
I know,
look at your deck compared to the, like, and how it matches. Like, this is literally, we created our aesthetic in a deck, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's so true. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And honestly, there was a few that I was like, oh, I would pick UJT for that. I would pick Sassy Dragons for that. But I'm like, Lisa's probably going to pick them. So I'm not going to grab it because I know she's going to pick them. So like, I chose other ones specifically for that. But yeah. Our own tarot, like, of course, the usual.
Yep. You should make yourself a mini Mystic Masters so you can have one to like chuck in your bag.
Oh shit! I'll throw that shit in my bag.
I keep my mini UJT in my bag.
It's so like smart. Really See, and that's why I have it in here with my like Lenormand, because this is my favorite Lenormand.
It's your like to go, your little like, to go bag.
Yeah,
which Lenormand deck is that again? Is it the Bluebird or the?
I have the Bluebird. I might need to see because the Bluebird is probably the closest. This came with it was called like Easy Lenormand.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, no, that's a good one. Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, and it's like vintage. Now it had white borders. I took all that off.
Yeah.
It's like, but I have Bluebird. I'm like,
so I posted our list of decks, y'all, down below. So if you refresh your screen, you'll have all the links for everything we talked about down there if you want to check it out.
Yeah.
Except for the Lenormand. I don't think you gave me the link.
Nah, we didn't put,
Yeah.
No, Pear Tree Court is not in that bag because I painted a box for Pear Tree Court. I'll show you where Pear Tree Court is.
Oh, I think I've seen this. Yes, I remember.
See, I got Pear Tree Court locked and loaded in here.
It's funny because my Pear Tree Court lives in I have a box and I keep Pear Tree Court and Mystic Masters together in the box.
Oh yeah.
We have a special box. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, I would say this one's close. This one actually has words on it though.
Yeah, I think your other one is prettier. Your Easy Lenormand. Honestly, I think that's prettier. I have a version kind of like that called the Grand Tableau Lenormand that I got from Los Scarabeo.
Okay, I've been looking at that one.
Yeah,
I think
it's
that's
really great.
One. Is
and
it?
It's super inexpensive. It's like I think I got mine for I got the Spanish edition for like $13, but there's no text on the cards, so like
it doesn't matter.
Fine. Yeah, now they're the same price, I think. But there was for some reason the Spanish version was cheaper. I think it was the same version. I don't know why it was listed as Spanish, but whatever. It was like I saved $4.
Probably because the guidebook might be in Spanish instead of this one.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's the Easy Lenormand Artemisian, right?
Yeah, look, I'll show you
the book, right?
I think I had it right here. Yeah, I got it right here. Marcus Katz
and Tally
Goodwin.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is what it looked like, and then I took
you trimmed it. So if you like that look, check out also the Grand Tableau Lenormand by Los Scarabeo. It's on Amazon. That one has that same kind of look, but you don't have to trim it. It's already kind of looks vintage already. So it's got a little bit of like distressing look to it. So if you like that look, check out that one because it was inexpensive, mass market. It's in stock. It's easy to get. Check that out.
Yeah, because this one I literally just cut it off, but it looks dusty. What'd you say?
I said my voice is done. It's done.
Yeah, Lisa needs some chill time. Poor thing. She's been sipping that coffee trying to keep it real this whole time.
I've almost drank this whole thing of water. I'm gonna have to
My bladder would be full to bursting because literally I went pee before we started and we were 5 minutes in and I was like, I could pee again.
Yeah, I could go again. Yeah.
I could go again.
Amazing. Yeah. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We appreciate you all so much. As I said,
thank you for bearing with us while we talked about all the drinks.
All the drinks. This was really fun to hang out and talk about like alcohol for 2 hours. It's amazing. I love it so much. This is fun. These are my favorite. And we will be back again next month on Dani's channel for our next Glitter and Gators. We'll do something fun for the end of the year. And yeah, thanks so much for hanging out with us, y'all.
Thanks, you guys. We love you. And we will see you all very soon.
Bye.
Bye.